Yeah, big day here at Westminster because MPs, council leaders, the great and the good of our county are all going to be coming together for a bit of a launch after Prime Minister's questions at lunchtime, hosted here in Speaker's House. All looking at what's next for Lancashire. What is next for our great county? MP for Burnley, Antony Higginbotham. Antony, good morning.
Good morning, Graham. I think we've got so many good things happening in Lancashire. You know, we've got one of the largest aerospace clusters in the world. We've got the National Cyber Force coming in, so we can do so much and offer so much more to the country. And if we're talking about regional growth and rebalancing the economy away from the southeast and across the country, then we are primed and ready to do so. And I think Kate's right. We've got, to coin a phrase, an oven-ready deal that the county council, the unitaries, the districts are all signed up to, that would devolve more power to the county, that will allow us to do those extra things, give us more power on economic growth locally, which ultimately we all want to see.
You mentioned the term oven ready.
Yeah.
Someone else, I'm sure, said that somewhere. You're the MP for Burnley, part of the Red Wall. Yeah. Now, if you look at the opinion polls now, you're probably not going to be MP next time around. How concerned are you?
It's not the focus right now. The focus right now is doing the things that we can do, and as Kate said, working cross-party with MPs from right across the county and further afield to pull in the investment, to get the government focus, to get the government to understand our unique position as Lancashire, so that we don't have things imposed upon us. So we're not having conversation year after year about directly elected mayors and things like that. The polls will be what the polls will be, and there's a time that will be the main focus. But certainly at the minute, my entire focus is doing what's right for Burnley and what's right for the county.
You're part of the new intake last time around. Is it, you know, being an MP, it's full on, isn't it? Because your first day, emails start coming in, don't they?
Yeah, I don't think anything will ever prepare you for this job. And I can't remember what I thought this job would be, but I know it's not what the job has ended up being. Yeah. You shape the job as much as the job shapes you. Yeah. But that's one of the best things about it, that yes, it takes you time to realise how you can pull different levers and influence different decisions. But once you start to figure that stuff out, you start to see some of the small things you can do that make a pretty big impact on people's life. And then you find things like this, that actually if you work together, you might be able to do something pretty big that will really transform how people's lives are.
And right now, Antony, people in Burnley, Padiham, are struggling with the cost of living, aren't they? That is the big thing with inflation, with energy bills, with prices for the big shop. How are you going to help them?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's really tough out there, and it's not unique to Burnley and Padiham. I think you could pick any town or city across the whole country, and people are struggling. So that's why the government's doing what it's doing with its cost of living support packages, but we'll have to see over the coming months how that feeds through, how we get through winter. But we've got a big challenge ahead of us as politicians. I mean, our job is to make people's lives better, easier, to make them more prosperous. And we're going through a really difficult economic time for a whole host of reasons, as we all know. But that guiding principle of making people's lives better and more prosperous has to be what we all aim for. And so, we've got to keep that's our North Star. So whatever happens, all the policies we introduce have to have that front and centre.
Do you know what I think is good? We've got the MP for Blackburn and we've got the MP for Burnley, and we've not talked about the football last week.
Yeah. I wasn't going to bring it up.
Well, we haven't talked about so if you want to, Antony, go on, because me and you
I think the
result
speaks for itself, Graham. We were very happy with it. Well, I can't speak too soon because we do have to play again. So.
We do, yeah, but rowers were stuffed.
I don't want a clip of me being played back.
Oh, don't worry, if it happens, we will do. I guarantee that will happen. The MP for Burnley, Antony Higginbotham, joining us live here in Speaker's House as Westminster starts to wake up, Leanne, doesn't it?
I know, things are starting to move.
It's Westminster Bridge, incredibly busy, as you would expect.